All right, let's do a coolant flush on my 2009 Honda Silverwing. Underneath the fairings or under the pocket when the fairings is on. I'm happening to doing this because I painted some parts and have it apart, so I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do the coolant flush. So what I do is I like to have the cap on when I'm doing it, but then when you go up to the side, you want to take the side lower fairing, and then right by the side kickstand, see, this is the side kickstand, and then the front of the center stand, I like it on the center stand, and you have this hose here, you come down here, and you have your water pump here. Now, if you look on the 09, Honda has this nice little arrow, tells you that this is the coolant flush bolt. Use a 10 millimeter, put it on there. I've already done it, but like I said, and then you have a nice little, I have a little bucket that I use that flush oil and all kinds of stuff. It's a little trash can, but I had it underneath there while I was loosening it up, and once I got it loosened up enough with the bucket there, I hand unloosened it and let it drain into that bucket, and then now it's and then I have a rag also, a towel, so just to be environmental friendly, and then I let it flush, let it drain completely all the way out, and then inspect the bolt, because this is a 09. I just bought it last year. It's 2020 when I bought it, and I didn't know the history of it because it was a salvage bike, but yeah. And then I got replacement coolant here, Honda certified, and now I'm going to let it drain out, and then I'm going to, and then once I have the bolt out, I should say, and then I come up here, and then I take off the radiator cap, right? And then it flows faster, and then so then the air will flush down, and then I like it with the cap on when I'm taking the bolt off, and then let it flush out, and then go in reverse, put the bolt back in, tighten it up, and then you're gonna want to put your coolant in to the radiator, and then you want to run it for like 5 minutes or a few minutes. Keep an eye on the reservoir, getting all the bubbles. You'll start to see it bubbling inside, and then try to get all the air out of the system. You might want to keep topping it off, keeping an eye on it. You don't want to run for like 10 minutes. If you rev up your bike, you can speed up the process, and then once that's done, let it cool down, have extra coolant, top it off, check it, next couple of rides or whatever, have extra. And then don't forget, after you've done doing your flush or adding your new coolant, you want to top off your coolant reservoir also. Once again, this is your emergency brake. There's usually your dash here, and then you can remove the right inner pocket and get into this system here, and you have your overflow. Hopefully that'll help. It's nice to have the cowl off, because then when you want to dump the overflow coolant, I noticed the coolant that was in it before was green, the gentleman before, and then so just take some pliers and bring this back, undo that hose, and then drain the rest of that coolant, put this back, and then once you're done filling up your radiator, and you want to fill up your overflow. But you can see the new coolant that I bought has this blue tint. See if there's still anything left in here. It has like a blue, see that? Almost like that blue Kool-Aid. So it has a different system or whatnot, but I don't want to mix it, so I'll just have one or the other. Blue it is. Okay, with the side kickstand up, because you can't start it, I went ahead and pulled the brake, turned it on, started it up, and as you can see, it's working its way through the system. Let's see if we can rev it up a little bit. too much, but it's okay. It'll work its way down. And then if anything, it'll go into the overflow. Wheels not moving. Got to check that bolt. Make sure it's not, I can't move this kickstand out of the way, but make sure it's not leaking. I remove the towel so it's nice and dry. Looks good. Just gonna run it for a few minutes and give it a couple of revs. We can run it through the system.